Hello everyone and welcome back to the Scar Skelly YouTube channel. In my last video, the fantasy booking of a DDT x TJPW show, I expressed my desire to create another crossover show between my two favourite promotions, DDT and Dragongate. The day has arrived. I'm here today to show you my card for Dramatic Dream Gate 2026. For those unaware, DDT and Dragongate did hold a few crossover shows in the past, and Dramatic Dream Gate was the name they used for them. So I have brought it back for this show. Before I step through this card, I do need to talk about a few things with you all. First up, if you saw my booking of Dramatic Royalty, you know what I'm about to say. Disclaimer, I'm not a professional booker of wrestling shows. I've just put together the matches I want to see in the order that makes the most sense to me. The order of the matches here in particular I'm not the most confident about, so while watching this video, if you do think, I would have put that match here, not there, don't worry, there's a good chance I thought of that too. There are also more matches here than I would expect to see on a real life card, but this is fantasy booking, not a realistic booking, so we're sending it. Additionally, I need to address the wrestlers that I have included here. I've only included someone on this card if it either feels appropriate and or I have a really good idea for a match involving them that I cannot drop. Speaking of, secondly, I want to go over the matches I almost booked on this show. These include Chris Brooks versus Rita and Mao and Cannon versus Dragon Dyer and Yuki Yoshioka. These are the two matches that kept running around inside my head, but I couldn't make them work with the other ideas that I had. The other matches I thought of both involved people who aren't in their respective promotions as regularly as I would like for a 2026 show. These two matches being Luis Monte, Flamita, and Demus versus Jackie Kamei, Ryo Tanaka, and Kazuma Sumi, and Gianni Valletta versus Kazuki Hirata. As much as I like Demus and Gianni, they just don't make enough appearances as regularly as I would like for this show. It is essential that we begin this walkthrough of this card with some pre-show shenanigans. This is because something happens while Dragongate's ring announcers Kikuchi and Ono alongside DDT General Manager Imabayashi are doing their announcements. They are interrupted by an argument between Danshoku Dino and Mochizuki Jr., with Harashima trailing along trying to mediate. One of the matches I have booked involves Dino facing Junior, which is a callback to Dino versus Junior's father, Masaki Mochizuki, at one of the previous Dramatic Dream Gate shows. Both Dino and Junior express their desires not to face each other for differing reasons. Junior because he's seen enough of Dino, and Dino would rather face someone more his type from Dragongate. Harashima gets up them both for not respecting each other and being unprofessional, ordering them to apologise to everyone. They apologise to the trio in the ring for interrupting them, apologise to the fans for being unprofessional in front of them, and when they go to apologise to each other with a bow, they clash heads. Both men are down and out and helped away from the ring. For all the DDT viewers, you know what this means, but I won't expand on this until the relevant match comes around. With all that out of the way, the show can now start. The opening match actually begins with an NWA Junior performance, which is the entrance for members Uni and Kazuma Sumi. The end of the performance smoothly transitions into the natural Vibes entrance. Vibes members Daiki Yaniguchi and Akihiro Sahara join Sumi and Uni as Team All Fun. I do want to mention here that Yaniguchi and Sahara are very new members of Vibes. They only just joined the group. So their new looks and new names are sort of in a bit of a in-between state at the moment. I believe Sahara's new ring name is Aki, and Yaniguchi may just be Daiki now, but those changes haven't been made official yet, and neither have gears and looks, etc. so I won't use anything about that here. Their opponents are Team Nova, which is Illusion and Hideki Okatani from Damnation TA, followed by El Celio and Homare of Saipatra. Are Vibes an idol group like NWA Junior? No. But is their dancing and rapping that different from an idol performance? I don't think so. Yaniguchi and Sahara are the members of Vibes here with Sumi and Yuni, both because I think they would be a really fun quartet, and they're the youngest. Speaking of good teams, let's look at Team Nofa. We have two tall, agile, mysterious guys who don't talk much, and they're younger, shorter, flippy chatterbox tag partners. While there's undoubtedly similarities here, it will be a situation where Illusion and Homari are too similar and will butt heads. I will say the same happens to Cilio and Okatani, but it's a little bit harder imagining an argument between these two men when one of them is mute. Team All Fun will definitely have the better teamwork. Something tells me it would involve throwing themselves out of the ring first and asking questions about where they land later. Our second match is all about promotion synergy. It's like corporate synergy, but with wrestling promotions. You may be asking, who is best suited for such a meeting of the minds between these two promotions? An authority figure? A champion? Someone who works for both promotions? No, none of those things. The wrestlers best suited for this challenge are the ones who understand business the best. A salaryman and a mascot. Yes, this is a singles match between Jiro Shimbashi and Pogotan. Dragongate's salaryman wrestler takes on DDT's mascot. What can go wrong? Well, as you would probably expect, an actual match breaks out instead of just some handshaking and some photo ops. Pogotan's programming kicks in from under that mascot costume, and a showdown for promotion supremacy ensues. One which involves ring rope antics, phone calls, and attempted robot murder. For our third match, we have another singles, but of a considerably more serious tone. This is Kimura's test. Yes, Dragon Gate's rookie, Kazuma Kimura, versus Shinya Aoki. I came up with this match right when I first started brainstorming about this show. I took it off the card, then put it back on, nearing the card finalization. I've only been encouraged to keep it on after seeing a mutual of mine, Amy Hay on Twitter and on Blue Sky, mention it a few days ago. It's a match I'm very curious to see what it looks like. For those who don't know, Kazuma has a background in judo and combat sambo. Hopefully I don't need to tell you who EA Sports MMA featured fighter Shinya Aoki is. Am I sending Kimura to his certain death? Yes I am. That's why it's his test, to see how long he's able to survive. It's time to get freaky with it. Match 4 is a 6-man tag with the team of Benkei, Hyo, and Mochizuki Jr. Versus the team of Kagetora, Susumu Yokosuka, and Dan Shoku Dino? Well, that was the match that was booked, and it is the match we get to some extent. But with Dino and Junior body swapped, just like what happened in that match between Dino and Mochi all those years ago. Junior is given permission to kiss who he likes, and Dino is given permission to make a open the dream gate joke about assholes. Next up is our 5th match, an 8-man tag. The premise of this match is a simple one. 2 Dragon Gate tag teams recruited some rookies from DDT to fight alongside them, for the sides of both good and evil. The match ends up being Iki Yoshioka, Dragon Dyer, Hinata Kasai, and Junta Miyawaki versus Kota Minoura, Jason Lee, Rikia, and Daichi Sato. Daya and Yoshioka looked for the cheery guys that were interested in working with them. Extra points for Hinata being pink, of course. Minno Lee looked for the guys that they thought they would be able to corrupt. You know, the guy whose early career has been weighed down with injuries, and the 17-year-old. Unfortunately for them, Rukia and Daichi are much harder nuts to crack than they think they are. I really just think this would be like a good match generally, with a healthy dash of heel turn baiting mixed in. I can't be the only one who really wants to see Yoshioka versus Daichi, right? Appropriately, the sixth match is a six-man tag, and is one of the matches that has a build-up on a show beforehand. Specifically, at a Dragon Gate show, Daisuke Sasaki makes an appearance, while Paradox are in the ring. He explains how he was evaluating the Dragon Gate roster, looking for someone to team with, when he kept coming back to Paradox, recognizing himself in the mission to be vets that can still be successful in a promotion trending towards their younger stars. Before he can say who from Paradox he wants to tag with, Dragon Kid interrupts him. He accepts Sasaki's offer to tag with him at Dramatic Dreamgate, and expresses his excitement at the idea of tagging with El Desperado's friend. Sasaki, already grouchy 90% of the time, snaps at Dragon Kid for jumping the gun and interrupting him, and says, "I want to tag with Yamato and BB Hulk, not you." Finding out that DK is trying to steal their booking, Yamato and Hulk get up DK and accept Sasaki's offer. The trio now want to fight Dragon Kid, who drags an unwilling Naruki Doi into this to protect him. The match is booked as Sasaki, Yamato, and BB Hulk versus Dragon Kid, Doi, and X, whoever else Dragon Kid can find to tolerate him, as Suzumu and Kagatora are already booked as we've seen. X isn't revealed until the match, kept a secret until that gong hits. It's Yoshihiko! Is Doi happy? No. Am I happy? Very much so. We've reached the seventh match of the card, and it's one I do have to explain a little bit of context about. When I first started thinking of matches for the show, I came up with a tag match. Kazusada Higuchi and Naomi Yoshimura versus Madoka Kikita and Big Boss Shimizu. Sounds great, right? Unfortunately, while working on this video, DDT announced that Higuchi will be taking a break from wrestling to deal with his nagging neck injury. Now what? Well, I still really want to see Naomi versus Kikuta and Shimizu, so it looks like I need to find someone who would be a replacement that I would also want to see face the two members of Gajadokaru. My idea is that Kikuta and Shimizu show up in DDT to confront Higuchi, insulting him for so-called dodging them. They go so far as to threaten Higuchi, and it looks like they might even beat down on him, before they're interrupted by Naomi and Yuki Ishida. Ishida defends his Harima faction mate Higuchi and challenges Kikuta and Shimizu to face him and Naomi in a tag match at Dramatic Dreamgate. This may be the match that requires the most explanation of them all, so fasten your seatbelts. The eighth match, of course an 8-man tag, is dubbed Oops, All Vibes. This is because Natural Vibes' position as a beloved unit is challenged by a new unit formed by one Toro Owashi. Why, you may ask? Well, Owashi would like to steal their merch royalties. So, on a Dragon Gate show leading up to Dramatic Dreamgate, Owashi comes out and challenges Vibes to a match with his new faction, Artificial Vibes. Vibes ask who is in this faction, which gets a very vague answer because Owashi has no members yet. The match is announced as KZ, UT, Flamita, and Strong Machine J versus Toro Owashi, X, XX, and XXX. On the day of, Darude Sandstorm is interrupted by Tokyo, revealing one Kazuki Harada, who rushes past Owashi to get to the ring. Things are already looking rough for Owashi, who had to recruit his least favourite person, Harada, because he was the only person who could both dance and who he could convince to join him. The next faction member is revealed to be Owashi's replacement when he's unavailable, Louis Mante. A running joke with Owashi is that him and Mante look very alike, and only a luchador could fill Owashi's shoes. Mante is very confused, and it is revealed that Mante was tricked into joining the group by Owashi. So we have Harada, who Owashi can't stand, and Mante, who doesn't want to be here. Who's the final member? This is the one Owashi is real proud of. He thinks this acquisition can really turn things around. It's their own machine. Super Sasadango machine. Do they win? Of course not, Harada's here. And they disband right after. But hey, we get a machine doing mirror spot, and Harada does a spinneroonie, so that's nice. The ninth match is much more straightforward when it comes to explanations. It's a six-man tag I've titled Connections, which is Jun Akiyama, Yuki Onaya, and Yuki Ino versus Kai, Yoshiki Kato, and Ishin. Now, other than just being a match I would like to see, the draw of this match is the previously mentioned connections. The most obvious one is likely Akiyama and Kai, who were in All Japan together. The other connection I'm thinking about is Naya and Ishin, who both have sumo wrestler fathers, so I'd go the pro wrestling route instead. Ishin has already challenged Jun Saito of the Saito brothers to a sumo match, so I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to challenge Naya as well. Not that Naya gives that much of a shit about sumo, but maybe if Ishin brings up Naya's younger brothers, things could get spicy. The one requirement I have for the lead up to this match is a Ino and Ishin promo battle, while Naya and Kato can just stand in the background and react appropriately. Scar, we're on to the 10th match. Are we any closer to the end of this damn card? I swear to God, we're nearing the finish line here. This is our final 8-man tag of the show. Chris Brooks, Harashima, Antonio Honda, and Akito taking on Genki Horiguchi, Masaki Mochizuki, Ultimo Dragon, and Don Fuji. Now you may be asking, what the hell is this match? Well, let me step through this with you all. Horiguchi is the originator of Chris's elastic band attack, so they simply need to have an elastic band attack showdown. Harashima and Mochi are both older dudes who refuse to wrestle like their ages and love kicking people. Anton and Fuji are both known for having shitty knees, which does mean I need to see Fuji do the God Nitsude bit. Finally, we have Akito and Ultimo, who are both authority figures in their respective promotions and known for their submission prowess. Oh, and I'd just really like to see Ultimo react to the God Nitsude spot. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. The 11th match of the card is one I have dubbed the Dramatic Dream Future, as it is a tag match of some of the young stars of their promotions. Roya Tanaka teams with Ryu Fuda to take on Toi and Takeshi Masada. Not only do we have 4 stars of the years to come, but 2 current singles champs, with Roya as the Bravegate champion and Toi as the Extreme champion. This is simply a combination of guys I really want to see go at each other, especially Masada and Fuda and Roya and Toi. I think those combos could produce some good shit. The semi-final for Dramatic Dragongate is a concept that I couldn't book fully on Dramatic Royalty, that being tag champs versus tag champs. Yes, Mao and Cannon versus Jackie Kamei and Rita is our semi-final. I would really like to see this. These are 2 very good tag teams, and I think they could come up with a fantastic match. Nothing complicated here. Give it to me, please, and thank you. Finally, we have the main event. Now, you may already know what I'm about to say, either because you've been able to narrow things down while watching this, or you know of the singles match I have been pushing to be booked for a while at this point, which, if they don't give it to me, I will write. Yuki Ueno versus Shun Skywalker. I felt the potential in their interactions during the Altogether main event they shared, but that potential was never explored further. I truly believe it would be the perfect main event to this show as well. I need this match, and I would like it as soon as possible. Am I concerned for Ueno because I know Shun really likes the look of him, which I need to stress for non-Dragongate viewers out there, is a bad thing. Unlike some of Shun's other victims, no, I'm not. Ueno's dealt with freaks before, and he's a bit of a freak himself. He'll be fine. And with that, the show draws to a close. Maybe there's a big group photo, maybe there's some Iron Man title shenanigans, I don't know, maybe Dino chases Roy away, who knows? What I do know is that this video is over, and I'm very thankful to you for watching it. This is my only other fantasy booking I had planned for now. I'm unsure exactly what I'm going to do next. We'll see where things take me. How'd you like the card? Please let me know in the comments down below, as long as you're nice about it, and I might just see you in the next video. Bye.